radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Minister for Public Works and Public Utilities, Fidel Grant, says the rebirth of LIAT 2020 signals a new chapter in Caribbean aviation. In the news from the region, schools to reopen on mainland Grenada on September 2nd, and internationally, Israel to temporarily halt fighting in Gaza for children's polio vaccinations. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Minister for Public Works and Public Utilities, Fidel Grant, says the rebirth of LIAT 2020 signals a new chapter in Caribbean aviation. LIAT 2020, a collaboration between Air Peace of Nigeria and the government of Antigua, made its inaugural flight to Douglas Charles Airport this morning.
As the representative for the Honorable Minister for Tourism, I am thrilled to be here today to celebrate the rebirth of this iconic regional airline. LIAT 2020 represents a new chapter in Caribbean aviation, one that promises to strengthen regional integration, boost economic activity, and provide a vital link for travelers among our beautiful Caribbean islands. The return of LIAT is not just a business venture, but a symbol of collective commitment to growth and prosperity to Caribbean tourism. This airline will connect our people, facilitate the movement of goods, and showcase the unparalleled beauty and diversity of our region to the world. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the passengers on this inaugural flight. You are not just travelers, but ambassadors to our Caribbean spirit. As you journey to your destinations, I encourage you to immerse yourselves in the rich culture and vibrant history and the warm hospitality that our islands have to offer. To the dedicated team of LIAT 2020, I commend you for your hard work, your perseverance, and the vision in bringing back this airline to life. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we are confident that under your leadership, LIAT 2020 will soar to new heights, connecting our islands with efficiency, reliability, and a touch of Caribbean flair.
And that was the Minister for Public Works and Public Utilities, Fidel Grant. Meantime, Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority, Benoit Badul, says the arrival of LIAT 2020 Limited will greatly enhance air access to and from Dominica.
Today marks a memorable occasion as we seek to improve air access connection to travelers to and from Dominica by welcoming a new airline to Dominica, LIAT 2020 Limited. This expansion in flight connections to Dominica is extremely important to our Caribbean and international market as we seek to increase visitation to Dominica to 500,000 visitors by the year 2030. As you are well aware, Dominica is building its new international airport, which will be on stream by 2027. And we are hoping, as we do so, to ensure that we can bring in as many visitors to experience the gem of the Caribbean, the nature island of the Caribbean, because we want to expose all of the things that we have here so that people can come and enjoy what true nature is all about.
And that was the Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority, Benoit Badril. LIAT 2020 will operate about 4 flights to and from Dominica weekly. Director of Operations at LIAT 2020, Arthur Senhouse, is hoping the Caribbean will embrace the new airline.
It is the hope and dream of our Prime Minister as he encourages his other Caribbean counterparts to embrace the vision and play a part in making sure that LIAT 2020 does what it is planned to do, whereby it creates the conduit for economic and socio activity, growth and prosperity, employment and connectivity throughout our Caribbean region. And this principle is primarily based on a culture of safety, which is our first and most precious possession as we put together the plan for continuing to build LIAT 2020. It is the hope and dream of many of our children as we plan this journey forward that they're able to grow up in a region where they can live their dream for taking part in an airline at any particular level. It also gives me great pleasure as we progress with LIAT 2020 to embrace the notion that for the second time in my existence as an airline staff, that I have been working for another lady CEO. We did that once in LIAT 1974 and just before it closed, and now at the beginning of 2020 we have another lady CEO.
And that was Director of Operations of LIAT 2020, Arthur Senhouse. Chief Executive Officer of Discover Dominica Authority and the Tourism Director is Marva Williams.
Today is a significant day as we celebrate the inaugural flight of LIAT 2020 Limited, marking a new chapter in air travel for our beloved Dominica. It is with great pride and gratitude that I welcome all of you to Dominica and thank LIAT 2020 for choosing to include Dominica in their route, highlighting our island's strategic role in the Caribbean. This new route serves as a vital link, boosting our regional connections and unlocking numerous opportunities for tourism and trade. Our countless natural attractions and rich culture are now within easier reach for travelers eager to experience the beauty we offer. As the backbone of our local economy, tourism will surely flourish with increased access and visibility.
Chief Executive Officer of Discover Dominica Authority and the Tourism Director, Marva Williams. The Police Welfare Association has submitted proposals to government for salary increase of 21% over a 3-year period. Sergeant David Andrew Jr. is chairman of the Police Welfare Association.
The Police Welfare Association is proposing a salary increase of 5% for the 2021 to 2022 period, 7% for the 2022 to 23 period, and 9% for the 2023 to 2024 period. In total for the triennium, the Police Welfare Association is asking for 21%. The reason for that, we sought assistance from an economist, and we had a lot of discussions with our members to get a reasonable feedback as to what are the challenges. And the main thing plaguing our members is the rise in inflation, the cost of living. Officers are finding it more difficult to provide for their families in terms of purchasing the goods and services which is provided from also the service providers and in the supermarkets. And it's really a matter of bread and butter issues. And that's why we came up with that amount. We have not gotten feedback as yet, but we expect in the coming weeks that the government will look at it and will give due assessment to our proposal. There's a lot of data which is in that proposal which would defend the welfare's position.
Chairman of the Police Welfare Association, Sergeant David Andrew Jr. And the Dominica Community High School is celebrating its Golden Jubilee year this year. A series of activities are set to get underway in September to celebrate the institution's 50 years of existence. Chair of the Dominica Community High School 50th anniversary is Jasmine Timothy.
We'll be having a week of celebration starting from September the 22nd to the 28th. We'll begin on Sunday the 22nd with a church service at the Deliverance Baptist Church that is in Goodwill, and we're inviting all present and past students of the Dominica Community High School as well as well-wishers and parents. Monday, the 23rd, we'll have a photo bomb day where all past and present students try to locate each other during the course of the day and take out a picture, hashtag DCHS Proud, and post it up on their social media, and also tag DCHS Facebook page in it also. Then on Tuesday, the 24th, we have a mentorship day. We have about 5 past students of the Dominica Community High School will be coming in to speak to the students. On Wednesday, the 25th, past students are welcome to come in and see how the school has developed. On Thursday, the 26th, we'll be having a sports day where we have past and current students competing against each other. Friday the 27th, this is when we really need the public to show support. We're having a barbecue day starting from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be doing this outside of the school compound. And Saturday the 28th of September, we'll be having a car wash day that will be also at the school grounds. And on that same day, DCHS Alumni Committee will be having a fundraising social at the plantation.
And that was the chair of the Dominica Community High School 50th anniversary celebrations, Jasmine Timothy. And Managing Director of the Gentle Rest Funeral Home, Josephine Henry Robinson, has reaffirmed the institution's commitment of giving back to the Dominican society. Gentle Rest Funeral Home yesterday made a donation to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital in an effort to enhance the delivery of quality primary health care.
The items, which includes 12 microwaves, 4 kettles, 1 blender, 4 blood pressure monitors, and a baby scale, which will be distributed to the respective departments. It is our intent not only to add value in serving a need, but providing real and tangible benefits in the respective communities they serve, and also in keeping with our civic duty. This not only demonstrates our commitment for the enhancement of the healthcare services, but also our collaboration between the health sector and Gentle Rest. Over the years, we have and will continue to impact and touch lives through our Gentle Rest outreach program by providing and assisting in education, healthcare, food, and shelter when the need arises.
And that was the Managing Director of the Gentle Rest Funeral Home, Josephine Henry Robinson. Meantime, Manager of Clinical Support Services at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, Curlin Luke, says the Dominica Hospitals Authority welcomes this initiative by Gentle Rest Funeral Home.
The Dominica Hospitals Authority would like to extend sincere gratitude to the Gentle Rest Funeral Services for the donation that is being made here today. Gentle Rest Funeral Services has been one of our key partners, and we are grateful for the partnership and continued dedication to the improvement of healthcare services. We appreciate the initiative taken by your organization to donate these items in an effort to support our healthcare providers in the provision of quality healthcare. We assure you that these items indeed will benefit the staff and patients. Once again, thank you for your valuable donation. We appreciate your commitment to the Dominica Hospitals Authority and welcome future collaborations to strengthening the healthcare services provided to the Dominican populace.
Manager of Clinical Support Service at the Dominica Channel Friendship Hospital, Curlin Luke. And on the feature segment of this evening's DBS News, Assistant Forest Officer Felix Eugene takes the spotlight as Mr. Eugene has been working at the Forestry Division since 1988. He is one of the most experienced employees in the Forestry Division, and we at DBS are proud to feature the work of an ordinary Dominican who is doing wonders for his country.
I actually started on a special program that was with Mr. Manley James. He was establishing certain plots around various areas in the island, and from that we entered into mainstream forestry. Well, actually it was 2 of us on that program working with Manley James, and when that program closed, then mainstream forestry absorbed us. And what we were doing was planting various plots like in the Soufriere area, La Holubia, Come to Me, G-Meat, we had also Makoshui, and quite a few areas on the islands.
Now, what does your work entail over all these years?
Well, basically what we were doing initially was to establish plots with certain species, and we were looking at their growth rate and where they can do well at a particular time of year, like especially in the Kawem season. We would take measurements in the Kawem season versus the rainy season and make the comparisons. So basically that's what we were working on. But when we came into mainstream forestry, which was a little more broad, then that would entail in law enforcement, that would entail in establishing plots, utilizing wood and maintenance of plots and a whole host of things.
How important is the work of the forest officer in Dominica?
Well, it is very important. Now, if you really have to just look at it from a forestry standpoint, it is critical, but on a national, especially based on how people look at it, it's importance, but not too much of importance. Now, Maria gave us a good opportunity as to how we should really embrace and enhance that kind of work. So after what we saw, based on what Hurricane Maria did, we see it's very important, it's very critical, because the environment was decimated, and as a result of that we needed to plant more trees, and everybody was crying because the sun was hot, no forest cover. So that in itself is of critical importance. If some of us can remember what Hurricane Maria did to us, then we can understand the importance of it.
So one generally can see the work that you all are doing?
Very much so. Although sometimes in some quarters it is not viewed as something as important, because some people look at us as people that is providing a lot of resistance to probably certain developments, or probably people harnessing the resources, the natural resources we have. So some people does not look at it that way, but by and large it is very critical, because as we see the climatic conditions are changing. Every year we have in hurricanes that is destroying our forest cover, and it's creating a lot of problems for us as a country. It's also impacting on our rivers, it's impacting on our way of life, it's also impacting on our natural resources. So it is very critical, it is very important.
Does the national dish falls under what you all do?
Yes, very much so. The national dish as it stands now, well, we all know what happens to the mountain chicken. It's no longer in circulation. Like we used to have it before. So we no longer have a national dish that we can boast of. So really the little population that remain, we are trying to nurse it up by protecting the habitats, by protecting some of the areas that they have to maneuver through, so that we can see if the population can come back on stream. But really the national dish does not exist anymore. Well, actually I've been working around probably for more than 30 years, so I have seen a lot of things. As that great man, I think he's a country singer, he said, "These own eyes have seen it all." In the 80s we had a lot of problems with the banana producers, with deforestation. And when it comes down to in the 90s and so on, it was encroaching a little more on illegal hunting and so on. So quite a bit has happened. And for us to continue to survive as a country, and for us to continue to enjoy our natural resources, we have to, by all means, protect what we have. And protection is something that does not only fall on the shoulders of the Forestry and Wildlife Division, but also on a national basis. Each and every one of us, don't just go and cut trees, don't just go and dump rubbish indiscriminately over our waters. There are a lot of things we can do and a lot of things we can observe to protect our natural environment. So it boils down to each and every one of us as a country, because when people talk about Dominica, it does not only talk about the mass land, but it also talks about its people. So if we have to be a proud people, if we have to be a resilient people, then we have to begin to protect what we have.
And that was Assistant Forest Officer Felix Eugene taking us to the end of this evening's feature segment and National Focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money. Flow Fast Pay, a new and easy way to pay. Flow Fast Pay, Flow Fast Pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow Fast Pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow Fast Pay, Flow Fast Pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. All schools on mainland Grenada are scheduled to reopen on Monday, September 2nd, pending no unforeseen occurrences or circumstances. However, a 2-week delay is envisaged for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, where many schools are still being used as shelters following Hurricane Beryl. Grenada's Minister of Education David Andrews says the 44 schools which were used on mainland Grenada as shelters due to Hurricane Beryl will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized in time for Monday's opening. He says as work continues to repair houses in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the ministry will be monitoring the progress before giving a definitive date on when schools will reopen on the sister isles, where many families are still using schools as shelters. And internationally, a World Health Organization official said Israel and Hamas have agreed to 3 separate pauses in fighting across 3 days as the vaccination campaign commences. Over the course of the campaign, officials aim to give 2 doses of polio vaccines to around 640,000 children under the age of 10, and Israel has yet to comment on the vaccination campaign, but Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had previously said military operations may be suspended to allow for vaccinations against the disease. This brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
And welcome to your DBS Evening Sports for today, Thursday, August 29th. First off, Cricket West Indies will begin the recruitment process for a new Chief Executive Officer in the next 2 weeks. This comes as Johnny Grave will be concluding his tenure as CEO, a position he has held since February 2017, at the end of October 2024. President of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Kishore Shallow, speaking at a quarterly press conference in Antigua this morning, says Grave made a significant contribution to West Indies cricket.
Obviously, our CEO is departing at the end of October. We have enjoyed a very successful tenure under Johnny, who I'm sure, enjoyed mutual benefits. And, just to underline, and for me, the highlight of Johnny's tenure is his leadership, along with former President Ricky Skerritt during the pandemic. I mean, in my opinion, it was simply remarkable, with Cricket West Indies actually leading the way globally. Not forgetting we were the very first team to tour. We went to England, stayed in the bubble, restored confidence in not only cricket but sports, right? And Johnny was at the very head of that, leading that charge, and probably one of the only organizations in the world, certainly in the Caribbean, that operated during that period without laying off one single individual. And again, it was simply outstanding leadership from Johnny. And I think certainly the hallmark and something we'll all be very grateful to him for forever, leading us through that period, among many other successes. And and achievements over his 7-year tenure. So Johnny, publicly, I've thanked you already publicly. I'll thank you again, and hopefully sometime before November we'll find a unique way to celebrate the achievement and the successes we have all enjoyed together. So we'll start the recruitment process for a new CEO in the next 2 weeks, thereabout.
And that was the president of Cricket West Indies, Dr. Kishore Shallow. And 2 years after unexpectedly announcing her retirement, Deandra Doughton is back in the West Indies squad for the upcoming Women's T20 World Cup in the UAE. Doughton, the scorer of the fastest century in women's T20s, made a sudden decision to quit in 2022, citing a non-conducive environment within the West Indies setup. She reversed that decision last month with one eye on the upcoming World Cup. She was named in the 15-member squad announced by Cricket West Indies today, which also features an uncapped player in Nerissa Crafton. And the West Indies squad for 2024 Women's T20 World Cup reads Hayley Matthews as captain, Shemaine Campbell, Aliyah Allen, Afi Fletcher, Ashmini Munisar, Shadeen Nation, Chanel Henry, Deandra Doughton, Karishma Ramarak, Mandy Mangru, Nerissa Crafton, Quiana Joseph, Shamila Cornell, Stephanie Taylor, and Zaida James. And West Indies women's head coach Shane Dietz believes the squad has what it takes to go head-to-head with the top T20 women's teams.
The nucleus of the team and the selection is pretty much what we've had over the last few tours. We've won 8 of our last 10 T20Is, so the nucleus of the team's going real well. Obviously, a few inclusions. Deandra is back. I think it's the year of reunions with Oasis, so I think West Indies cricket we thought would come in with one as well, but it's great to have Deandra back. Obviously, her record speaks for herself, and her history as being a world-class player speaks for itself, so fantastic to have her back. Obviously, women's cricket, the top 3 teams, Australia, England, and India, have been dominating international scene for a while, and domestically for that matter in all the franchise cricket. So it's a big challenge to try to compete with them. So we can't go in doing things the way we have in the past, and we've got to think outside the square a little bit to offer a little bit different and surprise with a few different types of tactics. Obviously, we want to work on what our strengths are, and our strengths really are in our all-round status of the players. And most of our established top-order players will probably bowl as well. So we get a chance to use the rest of the team to add some variation and flexibility. We can use batters all the way down to 9, 10, probably have 7 to 9 bowlers per game. So there's a lot of different ways we can approach the game, different matchups, specific matchups on the field, which we'll be looking to do.
And that was the West Indies women's head coach Shane Dietz. And Olympic gold medalist Thea Lafo-Gatson believes the change in leadership at the helm of the Dominica Olympic Committee was one of the main pillars behind her recent successes on the field. The Olympic champion told a special reception in her honor at the State House Conference Center last night that she came very close to giving up in the sport. But she says, however, the Olympic Committee, headed by Billy Doctorow, played a major role in getting her to stick in track and field and represent Dominica.
I watched previously in my earlier years when I first started competing for Dominica, the bit of struggles we experienced here and there. I watched my other teammates, Brendan Williams at the time included, who managed and juggled work with athletics, oftentimes feeling that his efforts in trying to better the athletic community in Dominica was going unnoticed. I watched other athletes such as Dylan Simon and Fabian Florent work and train in hopes of achieving their dreams. And then one day, I watched a change occur in management at the DOC. And it was right at a time where I was truly considering maybe taking a break from the sport, maybe walking away, maybe taking a 3-year break and even switching alliances. It wasn't something I wanted to do. But in the realm of feeling supported in my dreams, it was something I felt was maybe necessary. And as Mr. Doctorow said, yes, indeed, it was my mother's word that said, give them a chance. Under Billy Doctorow, I believe change can happen. It brought us to our present. I had a new coach by the time, my dear husband. And within that 1 year of champion leadership at the DOC, we brought home our first ever international medal at the Commonwealth Games. This turned out to be the beginning of major change.
And that was Olympic gold medalist Thea Lafogatson. And the Detroit Blazers will be looking to add another Premier League title to their collection when they clash with the Paybush Super Eagles in Game 4 of the Premier League Finals tonight. That match tips off from the Marsac Indoor facility from 8 p.m. The Blazers are leading the 5-match series 2-1, and a win tonight will see them being crowned champions, while the Eagles will be on a search for a win to force a 5th and final game this weekend. This brings us to the end of this evening's news and sports. Special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team, as well as our link person, DJ.
No, it's not DJ Halo Boy Hassan, it's Dr. Miguel Labadie, and we're going to present our listeners with the announcements on the board in a little bit. Hassan, are you going to be at the games tonight, by the way?
Well, that is the intention, Doctor. I do apologize for always, The thing we're trying to ail you up at the end of the news is that you have so many accolades. I'm not sure to get the doctor, the smooth operator. But yeah, man, I'd definitely be there to witness history. Or, just witness the other team putting on a Game 5,
All right. So you think it's going to go to Game 5?
Well, I've seen a few Eagles fly. And
okay.
Let's just leave it
All
at
right,
that.
thank you, Hassan, Professor Robinson.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS.
have 3 death announcements. Let's begin with the death announcement of Mrs. Shemaine Green Brown, age 68, of Mont Daniel, who resided in Miami, Florida. She died on Thursday, 1st August at the Memorial Hospital in Miramar, Florida. She was the wife of Paul Brown, the daughter of Lita Green. She was the mother of Shakira Henderson, Tiffany Brown, and Kyle Brown. She will be remembered by her 2 brothers, Derek Green and Brian Green. Son-in-law, Sentel Sentemi. The funeral mass for the late Shemaine Green Brown of Mont Daniel, who resided in Miami, will take place at 10 a.m. on Saturday, 31st August at the Roseau Cathedral Chapel. We announced the death of Gerard Alphonse, better known as Charlson, age 75, of Campbell, who resided in Bells. He was the father of Gemma Alphonse La Pomerade. He will also be remembered by his son-in-law, Ville La Pomerade, sisters Elvita Luke and Althea Alphonse Daru, brother Julie Esprit, brother-in-law Aurelius Daru, stepson Cuthbert Martin, stepdaughters Jacqueline, Lydia, and Anne Marie. 10 nieces including Rosie, Celia, Aldith, Eldril, Delphine, Claron, Hilda, Wendy, and Lauren. 10 nephews including Clem, Alvin, Henry, and Vanti. Grandnieces including Chidelia Esprit in England. Grandnephews, names too numerous to mention. Caregivers Miriam Charles and Carol Clifton. Close friends Bernard Sampson, Mr. and Mrs. Clifton, Clement, Irwin and Cecil Esprit. The body of the late Gerard Alphonse, better known as Charleston of Campbell, who resided in Bells, can be viewed from 1:30 p.m. on Monday, 2nd September at the New Day Fellowship and Deliverance Ministries. The funeral service will take place at 2 p.m., followed by interment at the Roseau Public Cemetery. And we announced the death of Henry Augustus Christopher, better known as Kaka, aged 72 of Layu, who resided in St. Joseph. He died on Wednesday, 7th August. Funeral arrangements for the late Henry Augustus Christopher of Layu, who resided in St. Joseph, will be given in a subsequent announcement. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Gentle Rest Funeral Service, Inc. And the management and staff of the Dominica Broadcasting Corporation extend condolences to the relatives and friends of the late Shemaine Green Brown, the late Henry Augustus Christopher, and the late Gerard Alphonse. Domlec wishes to advise the public that its Roseau and Portsmouth offices will be closed from 12 noon on Monday, 2nd September to allow staff to attend a staff meeting. Business will resume at 8 a.m. at both locations on the following day. Domlec apologizes for any inconvenience caused. DOWASCO apologizes to customers and consumers of water in Bonn, Dodan, Thibault, Moore Park, Paybush, Tatan, Montelui, Savonpai, Gillette, Tuckery and Cottage for the unscheduled interruption in their water supply, which was as a result of blockage at the intakes following heavy rainfall on Wednesday 28th. Be assured that works are ongoing to have the service restored in the quickest possible time. DOWASCO regrets the inconvenience that may arise as a result and thanks its customers for their patience and understanding. DOWASCO informs customers in Mayrow, London Road and Cuba Road that their water supply will be interrupted from 8 o'clock tonight up to 5 a.m. on Friday 30th August tomorrow for the purpose of carrying out system maintenance. DOWASCO sincerely apologizes for this interruption and regrets any inconvenience that may arise as a result. DOWASCO thanks its customers and the general public for their cooperation and understanding in this matter. And applications are invited from suitable qualified individuals to fill the position of General Manager at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. The General Manager is primarily responsible for the overall operational success of the credit union under the supervision of the Board of Directors. The General Manager operationalizes the vision, mission, goals and policies of the MCCU by means of strategic leadership. In addition to other duties, the General Manager is responsible for fostering and maintaining amicable alliances with external partners and relevant authorities. Qualifications: a maximum of a master's degree in business administration or economics with 3 years experience at a managerial level, or a minimum of a bachelor's degree in banking and finance or management with 5 years relevant experience. A cover letter, detailed curriculum vitae and the relevant particulars of 2 references should be submitted on or before Friday 30th August to the President, Board of Directors, Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, Wares Marigot. So the cover letter and CV with relevant particulars of 2 references should be submitted by Friday 30th August. These were the general announcements.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
Oh Lord. I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. I am alive, there must be a reason. I was given one more chance, my heart's still beating. Buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Oh, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. Now all this time I've been blind, only running against the wind. Friends of mine pass with time after living a life of sin. Some many give up, many give in. It's my determination to win. I survive the worst of times. I survive. I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Alright, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating. Oh, they made a ditch for one, but there would be 2 in their attempt to hold my life. The wicked things they do, but Jah made I brave, and I conquered the grave. Oh yeah, the Lord is my salvation. Of whom shall I fear? I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Alright, now I am alive.